Have you ever woken up before and everything seemed different? Have you ever gone maybe through a room before and then all of a sudden that room that you entered, something felt like it was different? I'm talking about shifting realities here. I'm talking about jumping dimensions or parallel realities. And you can do this intentionally. Welcome to Unlimited You. My name is Nondas, and I help people around the world discover their true powers through energy. So, this is what happens, and I'm sure it has happened to you as well. But it has happened to me many, many times, and you can do this intentionally. So, what am I talking about? These parallel realities are actually one on top of the other, literally. And because you are in a different vibration, you can not bump into them. Okay? Some of them are so quick that, they just pass through. So where you're standing, all kinds of stuff could be happening. But I'm not going to go that deep. I'm just going to simply go to a shift that happens in a reality that is very, very similar to yours. In other words, you wake up one day and all of a sudden you remember a reality or a conversation that you had with a loved one or a friend or a situation that might have happened in your mind and that had a different outcome. And all of a sudden you talk with somebody and they think of it in a different way. Or maybe it was a situation that you were both experiencing or a conversation that you both had, and you remember exactly how this conversation went. And then in the new reality, you speak to the person that you were having this conversation, all of a sudden they have no idea what you're talking about. It's not their fault, it's not your fault. You jumped timelines or realities, whatever you want to call them. These timelines are very, very similar to yours, to what you are living in right now. But they change because you jumped in a different frequency. So it wasn't a drastic change, meaning that you didn't jump in a different world. In a way, it is a different world because, nothing is literally the same, but it is the same, if you know what I mean. But I'm going to tell you how you can do this intentionally and how you can actually use this to your advantage. Let's say you want to jump or shift in a reality where you want to have a lot of money. Example. How do you do it? There's two ways that I love using. One way, you can use a doorway, any door in your house or anywhere else, if you please. The other way is using a mirror. And this is what you do, starting with the doorway. The doorway method, literally, what you do is you find a door in your house. And before you go through this door, you will put the intention a few hours before that when you cross this doorway at a certain time, let's say you put a time, that you want to cross the doorway, you will move into the reality that you want. In other words, what reality is this? Maybe you want to shift into having a lot of money, or maybe you want to shift into better health, or maybe you want to shift in better relationships with somebody, or whatever the case might be. You put that intention. Then, when the time comes of that, intent that you put, you simply cross the doorway. You just walk right through it. The minute you do this, you will feel the shift. You will feel as if something has changed, and it has. Even though your reality will seem very, very similar to the one that you left behind, it is not the same one. And you can test it by, for example, you can go back the other way, by the way, meaning if you cross the doorway again, it doesn't matter. You're in that new reality. That's what I'm saying. You can go back. You are still in your new reality. The doorway is just one way. You have to create another one from that side if you want to come back to this one. Do you know what I mean? So let's say now that you can test it. You can put different items. You might see items that you know around the house that you have placed them somewhere. All of a sudden, they're not in the same position. Or you can have a conversation with somebody and, everything has changed. It's not the same events that play it out. You're going to find little things that have changed, but you're going to find a lot of stuff that are similar. Now, the other method is the mirror method, and I love this one as well. For this one, you will go to any room that you have. I prefer the bathroom because, they're more secluded. You have a mirror in front of you and they're usually lighted. That's why I'm saying, right? And what you do with that mirror is you stare at it right here, okay? Right between your eyes. You just stare at the mirror, but you dim the lights. You don't darken them, you dim the lights. For some of you, I know, some people that are superstitious, they're going to say, no, you're going to call demons in and all that stuff. Don't worry. What you are doing is you are shifting realities, okay? You will stare at yourself right here, dim the lights, and just state your intention as you look at yourself there. Any intention. I want to, for example, get into my reality of having, money, or I want to jump into my reality that I am loved, whatever that might be. You're going to see your face fuzzing a little bit. You're going to see everything shifting. When it shifts, you know that you are entering your new dimension. Sit there for, a few seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, however long it takes. And then welcome to your new reality. You've been doing this, you just have been doing it unintentionally, because it's normal for us to shift realities as our frequency and vibration changes. But I'm showing you how to do it intentionally and do what you want to do. Love and light, no matter what you do, be the greatest you. Always shine bright. Leave me some comments, of course, and memberships are here. Bye for now. Happy changing your reality. Bye for now.